Hey, welcome back to another edition of Open Shutter, a Sunday afternoon edition. I have the pleasure of welcoming Ed on, man. So thanks, Ed, for taking the time on a Sunday to jump on this thing.
No worries, Paul. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. How's your weekend going?
Yeah, pretty good. Celebrated a friend's birthday last night.
Yeah,
Friday, I had a gig in downtown. Yeah,
yeah.
pretty good so
Cool,
far.
man. Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure where you want to begin, but like for the people watching, listening, what do you want people to know about you, kind of thing?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a wedding photographer based in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah,
Used to live in Montreal. A lot of
nice.
people don't know this about me. I actually have a master's in science.
Do you?
Yep, I do.
Okay, all right.
Left that,
Mm-hmm.
became a photographer about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, I've been doing it ever since. I love it. And yeah, check out my stuff at my website and my
How,
IG.
how come you didn't pursue science then?
So I think my dad, like he's also in science, right? And like, the
Okay.
Chinese background, doctor,
Mm-hmm.
engineer, lawyer, all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was also a scientist. So he kind of like groomed me towards a career in science. So,
Okay.
when I was growing up, that's all I thought was like a viable career path.
Yeah.
And then after my master's, I took a year off.
Right.
And yeah, I bought my first DSLR camera. It was a Canon T1i Rebel,
Mm-hmm.
and took that traveling, and I fell
Yeah.
in love with it. And like I just realized that I never liked science.
But yet you had a
So yeah,
master's in it,
so when I
man.
came back, I tried to like
Yeah,
make money with it.
right,
And yeah, once I could kind of like pay rent, I think my parents trusted it a little bit more.
right.
And yeah, I never looked back. Been doing
Ah,
it ever since.
so you kind of show to them that you can make money off it versus I'm quitting science and I'm gonna become like a
Yeah.
full-time
Like a
photographer
starving
with
artist. Yeah.
right. So you like showed proof first.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like
So
the
so
key, isn't
the
it?
the story behind that's actually pretty cool. Like if you want to know.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know.
When I was in my master's, there was a kid who came in. He was just he was just an undergrad student trying to pad his CV, I think, and
Hmm.
he was washing like the glassware for us, the beakers and the
Hmm.
whatever, the test tubes. And he'd always have these massive headphones in, blaring like techno bass music, like I could hear it coming out of his headphones. And just one day I asked him, what are you listening to, right? And he told me Avicii. And that was when Avicii had just come out with Levels. So
Yeah.
it's like the biggest song in the world. And I
Hmm.
was like, oh, cool, man. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Avicii too. Turns out the guy was a DJ at one of the biggest nightclubs in Montreal at the time, called Times Supper Club.
Hmm.
And he had a night on Thursdays. And so apparently the previous photographer had just left his job, and so they were looking for another photographer to fill his spot. And he had just seen my travel photos from my vacation. I was like, do you want to give it a try? And I had nothing to lose at the time. So I think I charged like $50 that night.
Hmm.
Came in with like a full suit because it was like a fancy supper club. I had no idea what I was doing. I had to like
Yeah.
go up to every single table and be like, "Hey guys, my
Oh
name is
yeah.
Ed." I was super
Right.
nervous. I'm like, if you want any photos taken, like let me know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so back then, like Facebook had just started becoming the big social media thing,
Yeah.
and the owners of the nightclub let me post the photos on my own page. And so,
Hmm.
back then you could tag your friends, and then those photos would show up on their feed. And like every single night that I ended up doing this, like the album's got like 10,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
then other nightclubs started taking note. So yeah, like I actually started my photography career, I guess, taking nightlife photos.
Interesting. It's a
Yeah.
timing thing, isn't it? Right place,
It was
right
right
time,
place,
man.
right time, just being
Like,
open to like trying new things. Yeah.
wow, man. That's the that's how things work out. You just kind of gotta be there. And like you said, you have to be open to putting yourself out there. Like you're out there, it's first time, you're nervous asking people to get their photo done. And it's not a comfortable thing.
Yeah, like
You
Paul,
know?
like what's the first thing that you took photos of when you bought your camera? Because for me, like it was,
Yeah.
is landscapes. It was like a
Yeah.
bicycle on the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had one of those mini Canon power shot things that kind
Yeah.
of fit into your pocket. And probably one of the first photos that I really, really liked was in Paris, and it was like a shot of a car by the Arc de Triomphe,
Oh yeah.
and but like the photo was blurry, but you can still make out the car. And that's probably like the first photo that I really liked. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And then my friends and family said, oh, cool photo. This is like back in like 2007.
Yeah.
So that people started to comment a little bit. And, from there, I just kind of like joined meetup groups. I met people, and people will just gradually teach you things. I'll show you stuff. And like, it wasn't like a quick thing for me, right?
Mhm.
It's a gradual interest in trying things out and just seeing where it goes. So,
Mhm.
and that's really like my advice for other people is like, I think people do things, especially in the arts, do video, they go on YouTube, they take pictures, they have this idea that things are going to go viral like overnight because that's just what we think.
Mhm.
But meanwhile, the people that come on this podcast, they've been doing it for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
So I think that's what people have to understand is like it's a craft. Like
Yeah.
it's not a commodity. I think
Mhm.
that's the difference with content versus art. Like content is a commodity. Like people can make content, but it's not. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's not really art. It's content. You're trying to feed something into people versus art. Art is more from inside out. You know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
that's like one thing I've been thinking about a lot is like the balance between taking photos for yourself and
Yeah,
taking photos for other people.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I think that's what people have to understand is like there's always the argument,
Mhm.
especially on YouTube, where you have to make it for the audience. And I totally agree. It does have to be for the audience at
Mhm.
some level, but at some level, it also has to be for you. And I think people start out chasing trends or they're chasing the
Mhm.
validation. They're chasing something that's not really true to them. And that's why people stop. That's why people burn out because they're not getting that validation back. And if
Mhm.
it's not, and if you're doing something that's not in line with what you value, what you're into, you're gonna eventually burn out. It's just a matter of time
Mhm.
because it's hard to get people emotionally invested as you are in making the thing. Like I'll make something and I really love it, but someone else sees it. They don't have any emotional investment into it. So okay, cool. And then you just
You're
move on.
yeah, no, you're actually
You know
like
what I mean?
reminding me about this idea of um I guess like the balance between well, okay, hold on. Let me start with talking about like barrier of entry, right? Because
Right.
I think like it's never been easier to, pick up a secondhand camera,
Of
pick
course.
up secondhand lenses,
Of course.
like you can probably get a full kit now, like a full professional kit for 800 bucks,
Yeah.
take
Yeah. You
fantastic
don't
photos.
even
So the
you
barrier
could
of entry is low, but at the same time, like it's hard to get noticed now because everybody's doing it.
yeah,
And I think
exactly.
the content creation side in itself has almost become a skill. And I think a lot of like older photographers like us, like
Yeah.
we never really learned that skill.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
really like again, I think you don't learn it because maybe you're just not interested in it or you don't know how to do it. Like to me, it's
Mhm.
like I started because like the whole YouTube thing came from like a meetup. Like I was with a meetup group and I thought someone should make videos about this meetup group and
Mm.
show Toronto like what this group's about. But like
Mhm.
nobody was into it and I didn't
Mhm.
know how to edit. I didn't know how to do anything. So I took like a crash course at Toronto Film School for like editing over the summer in like 2018 to
Mhm.
like just know how to edit. And then from there you just start making videos, right? And you just gradually get better. So um again, it's a craft. It's not something that happens quick, and you really have to care about it. You know
Do
what
you
I
do you
mean?
think like a part of that comes from like photographers in general, we're kind of more comfortable on the other side of the lens, like behind the
100%.
lens? And yeah, like
100%.
we don't necessarily think our lives might be
Yeah.
entertaining for other people to
Yeah.
watch?
Of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
course. But again, like your value is you. Like
Yeah,
you
exactly.
tell your story your way. Like we can both be at an event and we can do some photos, we make some videos, but the way that I tell the event is going to be totally different from the way you tell the event. That's why I tell people do it, make videos that you want to watch, not
Mhm,
videos that someone else wants to watch. If you want to make something that you would want to watch, you probably chances are you probably be pretty proud of it
mhm.
after it's done. And if you're proud of it, it's going to make you motivated to do the next one.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, you mentioned those photographer meetups that you do.
Yeah.
Is this kinda like a topic now that everybody's kind of thinking about, like getting more content for themselves, self-promotion?
Everybody. I think yeah, of course, everybody wants to. everybody wants to self-promote because nobody
Mhm.
else is going to do it for you.
Mhm.
Like it's not an ego thing where you promote your work because no one's going to do it for you. Like how else are you going to get your
Yeah, of
name out
course.
there?
Yeah.
Like there's no marketing department, there's no agent, there's no nothing. So you have to do it. So I tell people you should just make a piece of content, whatever. It could be a short or reel, whatever the thing is, and just blast it everywhere. TikTok,
Mhm.
Instagram. I blast things. I make one piece of content. I blast it everywhere. Every single platform it can go on, it'll go on there.
Mhm.
Some things die because it's not right for that platform, but at
Mhm.
least it's an avenue where you get that voice out there. So
Mhm.
like I don't know. To me, it never ends. Like
Mhm.
you're never finished. Like you're always working on the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So it's a constant cycle of just making things. And I think if you're not doing it because you want to do it, you're gonna stop. 100%.
Mhm.
100%.
So I'm kind of like new to your community, but yeah, like
Yeah.
I'd be pretty interested in like the next meetup and
Yeah. Well,
just meeting other.
It's Get Out Shoot on Instagram. I can send you the link after the pod,
Yeah, okay, cool.
but we
'Cause
do
yeah, like
yeah,
I am kind of originally from Ottawa and Montreal. So I've
yeah,
only lived in Toronto now maybe 5 years.
yeah,
So, like I'm
yeah, it's
relatively new to the area, would love to network with more photographers. And yeah, just
yeah,
like see like one thing I've always wanted to do is those like are you familiar with the website F Stoppers?
yeah,
Yeah, so like they're always trying to do like fun photography challenges where
yeah,
like they'll have four photographers take photos of the same model
right.
and then they kind of edit it in their own style and they just do like a side by
Yeah,
side. And I think like
yeah,
we can totally replicate that like here.
100%, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've actually done that. Even like even during like the pandemic, we did a bunch of Zooms with people taking photos inside their house and they're on the Zoom
Oh,
calls, they're
cool.
showing stuff like it was such a weird time, but at the same time, people told me, "Oh, that really helped me out during that period because they're living alone, whatever they're going
Mhm,
through a hard time, and they look forward to the Zoom calls to at least somehow connect with people on some level." Obviously, the best thing is in real life,
mhm,
um, but I think that's what, especially in Toronto, I find it very hard to meet people, like
mhm,
just naturally meeting people. So if you have a meetup of any, doesn't have to be like in like photo, it can be like any kind of
mhm.
meetup. It just breaks the ice automatically.
Yeah, for
Say, hey,
sure.
I'm Ed. Hey, I'm Paul. Okay, cool. It just breaks that. It just people don't have their backup as much.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I mean the meetup group that I'm with has been going on since like 2018.
Oh, no kidding. Okay,
Yeah, so it's been
awesome.
a while, or 2017, one of those. But yeah, honestly, it's just a good way to meet people, man. You just meet people, people come out,
So it's like
people.
it's like a pretty sizable group now
It's
of
like
like regulars.
12,000 people.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's
yeah. It's big.
magnitude more than I thought.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, before the pandemic, meetups we probably averaged like 40 people.
Mhm.
After pandemic, it's been a little bit down, but that's okay. I think maybe smaller meetups are good because you don't have it's not as intimidating with 40
Yeah, for
people. With
sure.
20 people, it's a little bit more manageable to like talk to people and have an actual conversation. But yeah, it's a good way to meet people and just you never know who you're going to meet. You know, people have been doing things for like 30 years and people have just bought a camera. So you kind of get that
Mhm,
scope of experience,
mhm,
right? And, things happen. Again, it's just about putting yourself out there like you are, right? Like it's just, okay, I'm going to, like, I mean, doing like wedding photography is not easy. Like
mhm,
that is an intense gig, man.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah. Like what's like the biggest challenge of doing like that kind of work?
Honestly, I think the hardest part is getting the clients to trust you enough to actually hire you. Like,
Mm,
I think once the actual, like, photography begins, like, it's stuff we've all done before, right? Like,
yeah.
I think people are intimidated by wedding photography because of the pressure,
Hmm.
but really there's only maybe 2 or 3 super high pressure moments, which is
Okay.
the first kiss,
Right.
like, the first dance, and maybe the
Yeah.
first look.
Okay.
Like those 3
Yeah.
moments can't really be faked, it's not good if you miss it and you're like, "Hey, can we redo that?" Right? But
Yeah.
those 3 moments, what? They're less than 1% of the day,
Yeah.
So, like, it's not actually as high pressure as people think it is.
Okay. Cool.
Um, and yeah, like, when you're starting off as a wedding photographer, like, just like, I think my first wedding, I charged 800, like,
Hmm.
100 an hour, basically.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so, like the clients, like I don't want to like shame anybody's budget, right? Like
Yeah.
budget is what your budget is. But
Yeah.
for those types of people who have a budget of 800, like they're not looking for masterpieces, they're
Right.
just looking for basic coverage of the wedding.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good place for people to get started, to learn the rhythm and
Yeah.
the layout of a wedding day, and like you'll get better. You'll get
Yeah.
better fast. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. People really have to also enjoy the day too, because
Yeah, I mean,
it's such a long day, right? Like how many hours
for
is like
me, I
like a
think
16-hour day? Like what is
they're
it?
not 16 hours.
Yeah.
They're about 8 to 12, I would
Okay.
say.
All right.
The exception, I think, is Indian weddings because they last like several days.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the exception. But no, I mean, like, I think that's also one of the reasons I left science is like
Yeah.
I'm a pretty natural extrovert. I like meeting new people. I didn't
Nice.
like being cooped up in a lab all day.
Right.
Um, so like for me, being invited to a wedding and you don't even know these people, like that's crazy to me. Like
Mhm.
that they're
Mhm.
trusting me. Like I'm meeting their grandma, I'm meeting their like
Yeah.
nephews, and
You don't even know the
it's a
family. You don't
big
even know who these
day.
people are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big day. So like
Right.
you almost feel like a part of the family, even though you've just met these people. I love it. Like there's so much love, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Mhm,
good. It's good that you have a kind of personality, right? Because it takes that
mhm.
kind of person to like get people together,
True,
look at the camera, kind of direct them because these people have never been on camera before.
true,
So it's kind of
true.
that kind of like mindset, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. Like for weddings, I probably do a lot more talking than any other type of event.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's true.
Right.
Like you really kind of have to be the director for the day. Yeah.
Mm,
Hmm.
right. So are you booked up this summer?
I could always use more bookings,
More
not gonna
bookings?
lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year's looking better. Like ever since COVID, I think business has steadily risen year after year.
Yeah.
So, can't complain.
Okay.
Would love to be more famous, would love to get more visibility.
Right.
But yeah, things are going in the right direction, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, that's yeah, I mean, there's so many people doing it. It's hard, like why would someone pick Ed over someone else? Like
Exactly. Exactly.
what's like your pitch to people? Or do you have a pitch?
So a lot of my business right now is through word of mouth.
Okay.
I think a lot of photographers relate with that.
Yeah.
But I think the key to having a business that scales is,
Yeah.
yeah, like you have organic visibility. You have,
Hmm.
vi- uh, the social media is working for you. You're able to be found on Google. So like those are my top two goals right now. Actually,
Okay.
is just to be more visible online.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
so you doing like SEO? I know you said offline about making more content,
Yeah. So
behind
okay.
the scenes
So
stuff.
SEO is something that like I think is almost like this black box. Like we don't, like we
Yeah.
all have theories on how to get better at it, but like
Yeah.
I've heard super contradictory things, right? Like, okay, for example, I
Yeah.
have like Yelp
Yeah.
calls me randomly from time to
Yeah.
time. I'm sure you've gotten cold called by Yelp too.
Yeah.
But okay, for example, they're promising like, hey, for $5,000, we can help boost your page on Google. But if
Right.
every one of us is paying that, how the heck does that work?
Yeah, I don't
Right?
know.
Like there's only 10 websites that get to be on first page.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess
So like
supposed
it
to
just
be like
doesn't make sense to me, right? And then,
yeah.
some websites are like you have to blog, you have to get viral blog
Right.
posts, or you have
Right.
backdoor links, whatever, linking back to your website. It's crazy, man. But yeah.
Yeah, I find that like when I Google something, I hardly pay attention past like result 3.
Yeah,
Hardly.
no,
I
exactly. Because
hardly
like
pay
who
attention.
has the patience, right? And also the quality of those links like
Yeah.
falls off a cliff after page
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like if
yeah.
someone were to Google wedding photography, like wedding photography, let me just do it right now. Let me just see who comes up. Let me just Google real quick. Like I'm just
Don't
curious, like
don't
what
don't give
happens?
him more
Wedding.
free publicity, Paul.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. No, but I can probably guess who are like the top three that'll pop up, but like we don't have to mention them here.
Uh yeah, it's yeah.
But they're all big studios, right? Like
They are
and I
studios. They are
personally,
studios. They are studios. Yeah.
yeah,
They
and
are studios.
so I've actually been personally scouted by I think two of three of those studios, and I like they have a massive marketing budget. They're spending like six figures a year.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a whole team there. There's a whole
yeah,
budget there. But
yeah.
you're just running solo. It's a different game
It's
they're
a different
playing.
ball game. Yeah,
It's a different
exactly.
game they're playing,
Yeah.
right? Like it's more about yeah, I was saying this like the other day about like just like pricing and like how do you price your stuff? It's like, well, if you want to buy a Porsche, it's not going to be cheap.
Yep.
Like you just know, right? So it's more
Yep.
about, and I saw on your website that you do put your pricing on there, which is cool, right? So people know,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I mean, again, so they know what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah, I'm of the belief that like if you're hiding your prices, you're almost kind of like wasting everybody's time because there's a lot of people that just might not be able to afford that. And so
Yeah,
then, you're on a discovery call, you're going back and forth on
yeah,
emails, and then when
yeah.
the topic of price comes, like, okay,
Why even waste
then
time if you're not going to be
exactly,
paying that? Like, why
exactly.
even waste time? Like, just get like cut right to the chase. But it also shows that you value your work in a certain way. Like, you're not going to be lowballing your stuff. Like, this is what it is,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, like I always try to put myself in the perspective of the buyer too. Like
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever bought anything where the price wasn't shown.
right.
Right? Like, that's just crazy, right? It's like I'm not gonna
Unless
walk
like the
into a
last
camera
page, yeah,
store
except
and
like
be
the
like,
last.
"Hey, how much is the latest, camera?" Right? And they're like,
Yeah,
"Well, what do you need?" Like, and
yeah,
they start
right,
listing me all yeah, like, that's
yeah,
crazy. Just tell me
yeah,
what the price is, and then, like I'll do my own research.
right.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, it's working for you, right? So I mean, well, like don't fix what's not broken, kind of thing,
Mhm.
right? It's
Yeah, I mean, but then, so when you're on social media, you're bombarded with like gurus, right? Business gurus, like,
yeah, it's
yeah,
everywhere, man. Podcasts,
like the
YouTube,
problem with your website is that you're
yeah,
you're
yeah.
putting your pricing up there, and
Right, right.
it's all
Yeah.
this contradictory information, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find, yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's just really about being consistent
Mhm.
and just constantly delivering good work. Because when you deliver good work for clients, people talk.
Yeah.
Especially in like the wedding space, I feel like if you're doing a wedding, then the bride may tell their friend who's also getting married, "Oh, hey, work with Ed. He's a cool guy," right? So
Yeah.
I feel like it's that kind of dynamic where people really talk,
Weddings are amazing too because
you
like
know,
every guest is also a potential future client.
100%,
Yeah, so I'm
100%.
always taking care of the guests too. Like if there's ever a guest that comes up to me and is like, "Hey, can I get a photo with my boyfriend?" I'm like, "Of
Yeah,
course," and I'll like set the time during the cocktail hour to like really give those minglers a chance to get their photo taken too.
yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I feel it's just like a constant referral game. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
let me yeah, man. No, it's cool. It's cool. So like, yeah, so like, but how'd you actually get into wedding though? Like you did like
Yeah, okay, so that's a fun question too. So there
yeah.
there was there was a guy, I still remember his name. Well, of course I remember his name.
Yeah.
Um, he was a little bit of an older gentleman, but
Right.
he was a regular at one of the nightclubs that I worked at, right? And he stood out because he was like 10, 15 years older than the average, right? But then,
Yeah.
rumor had it that, he was actually like an accountant for like one of the like the nightlife legends or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, he liked my stuff enough where he sat me down one day and he was like, "Hey, I'm getting married. It's a destination wedding at the Dominican Republic.
Mhm.
What if I just like paid for your flight and your hotel and all that stuff? Would you be willing to do it?" So
Yeah.
back then, like I said, I was only making like maybe 100 bucks a night. So at the time, that was like a very lucrative offer.
Yeah.
I had never been to the Dominican before, so I was like, "Yeah,
Punta
why not?
Cana?
Let's try it," right?
Punta Cana?
So he flew me in. I ended up like rooming with one of the other single guests. That wasn't that great, but it was a 6-day all-inclusive resort,
Yeah.
and I had to work for 2 days basically. So the wedding day, and then one day, one of the guests rented a catamaran,
Mm.
and they just wanted me to get some shots of people having fun. So it was 2 days of work for me, 6 days in an all-inclusive resort, and I got to, like, hang out with the whole wedding party, right? So, like, yeah, it
Okay.
was fun.
Oh.
And
So
then that
you're
was
like,
my
I can
first wedding, and then when I came back from that, like, I really sat myself down and was like, "Hey, like, that was pretty fun."
that was fun. Yeah.
That was pretty fun, and
Yeah.
maybe weddings is something to look into, right?
Yeah.
But see, like, at the time, I thought weddings was this very, like, private club
Mm.
of like elite photographers that had to,
Mhm.
build a reputation for years and years and years and years. But yeah, like I think if you already know how to take good pictures of people,
Yeah.
and you're comfortable with directing them, anybody can do wedding photography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also feel like it's a lot about anticipating the moment a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like you
yeah.
need to really kind of see in the future, like a few seconds ahead,
Oh, I could
just so you're
spend
right there, you
an
know?
hour just with you talking just about that one
Yeah, but
topic.
how do you do it? Because it's life. You don't like, but
Yeah,
you kind of sense that something's gonna
yeah,
happen. You kind of have that
yeah,
feeling, you know, like you're constantly looking, going, okay, where is there a moment gonna happen in like 5 seconds? It's like, but it's
yeah.
life.
I mean,
It's not really guaranteed.
there's this phenomenon I notice where people who sit at restaurants, like they like to people watch, right?
Yeah, sure.
I think if you're one of those people who likes to people watch, like you already have the foundation to be a good photographer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think, it's just being observant, it's noticing patterns.
mm,
Like I've done so many events now, like I know when two people are about to laugh, for example. Like
right.
you can see it in their body language. You can see it in how they're inching closer towards each other and feeling more comfortable. Like, yeah. There's all these
Right.
like they telegraph their movements, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a skill though, isn't it?
I mean, it definitely just takes time.
Yeah.
Like I said, if the next time you're on a date and you're out on the balcony on the terrace having brunch or whatever, just like watch people on the sidewalk and like you'll start to see patterns and you'll be able to predict what they're gonna do.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah,
it's cool,
I
man.
think that's a real good like pitch for people. Say, hey, I can see into the future, man. Tired of me.
Well, the
I'm
problem with that is when you tell them that, they're like, "Oh yeah, prove it," and
yeah,
then they'll
and then
try to throw you
and
off, and then you can't do it
yeah,
anymore.
you show like your DeLorean at back. It's like I just came back from 2086, so it's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, yeah. It's like, wait, what? Hey,
Yeah.
I think that could be like a good reel, man. That could be like a funny reel if you do that.
Oh,
It's
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like I see into the future.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It might get a laugh from people, but
But
yeah,
yeah,
man, it's just yeah,
back to the topic of just, like, coming up with ideas for photographers, like,
yeah.
yeah, like, the meetup thing you proposed earlier, like, I'd love to just reach out to some other photographers locally and, like, see if they
There's so
wanna
many
wanna
of
do,
them.
like, a content day, like, where
Mhm.
we just, like, shoot content for each other.
There's
So we
actually
have, like, a body of, clips, you
yeah.
know?
There's
Yeah,
actually a
no,
stu
it'd be really cool.
there's actually a studio called Content Day.
Yeah, 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 no, I've
You know
I've
about
I've met
it.
them, Kari
Yeah,
Safari
yeah,
and yeah.
cool guy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, very cool guy.
they just moved to their new space, so,
Yeah, they were on
um,
Symes before, right?
yeah, yeah.
Symes Road and
Now
yeah.
they're on Weston, but,
Yeah.
yeah, it's actually yeah, there's so many people, like, in Toronto, like, just doing all kinds of things, like, you can really meet some really, really cool people, and I think that's also how, like, you learn yourself, like, you challenge yourself, you just like, for me personally, like, I always get stuck in my own head, like, for me, it's like, sometimes I just do things just because that's the way I've done them,
Yeah.
but meanwhile, there's like, "Oh, no, you should try it this way or look at it this way," or it could be, like, so minor, but, it could really kinda change your process, so and, I'm sure a lot of people get stuck in their own ways sometimes, "Oh, I've always done it this way, so I'm gonna do it," but,
Yeah, I
there's no
mean, like,
rule.
I'd love for people who don't create to just try to, like, step in the shoes of a creator for one day.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they realize, like, the the self-doubt, the fear
Yeah,
of putting your work out there, like, I
everyone
don't
does.
think the average person has ever felt that before.
Yeah, everyone and
Yeah.
also everyone has the same like, imposter syndrome too at some
Yeah.
level.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I also don't think it goes away. I think, I've been listening to some podcasts and, like, reading some books about some, like, top people, and they've
Mhm.
always mentioned, "No, I still get nervous before a concert. I always, I don't feel as good sometimes," and you would never think that about these people, but it's just a human thing to feel that way because, I don't know, it's sort of like an artistic curse, if you will.
Yep.
So for me, it's like it doesn't go away, but you get better at managing it. Like, it doesn't stay with you as long.
Yeah, I don't know if you're a fan of Bobby Lee by any
Yeah.
chance, the
Yeah.
comedian?
Yeah.
So he just had, Dr. K on his,
Right.
Tiger Belly podcast, and they talked
Right.
about this exact thing.
Yeah.
How, like, Bobby, he's always nervous when he gets on stage, right? But he's done it
Yeah.
1,000 times, and all his
Yeah.
friends, they're like, "Oh, you'll be fine, like,
Right.
you killed it in the past, you're gonna kill it again, right?" But then
Yeah.
Dr. K pointed out this amazing thing. He goes, "Well, yeah, it's normal for your friends to have seen the pattern
Yeah.
of the success that you have and
Right.
anticipate that you'll succeed again, right? But
Yeah.
for you, you're that person who has to do it, who has to kill it
Yeah.
900 times.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even though you've done it 900 times, you still got to kill it this next time. So
Yeah.
of course you're going to feel nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're always constantly trying to prove it to yourself that you can do it, even though you've
Mhm.
already done it for the past 25 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a weird mental thing, but yeah, no, it's yeah, people that don't make things and put them on the internet. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what to say to these people. I would feel just start making things that you want to make, like start making things for yourself, and you don't have to press publish. I mean, they could be internal, but I mean,
Yep.
I think it's good. It's also a good way to like put your phone away sometimes, and like especially when you're trying to make something with your hands. I feel like I'm not really like an artist with like clay and things, but I feel like I've been listening to some podcasts with people about like they actually just make things with their hand. It could be like a semiconductor transistor, or they're
Mhm.
making a clay pot, but they're not holding the phone. They're making they're actually their brain is engaged in making something with their hands,
Mhm.
and they say it's a great like a therapy session for them because their
Yeah.
brain is engaged in something else.
Mhm.
So but I'm not really kind of that guy, so it doesn't really work for me. I like it. I'm either on a laptop or on the phone, right? So
Yeah, no, I've just been thinking about like the other side of that coin. Like
yeah,
I also have friends who'll post anything. Like they'll
right.
post like their plate after they finish it. So it's not even a
Yeah.
photo of their food. It's
Oh,
the
it's
photo of
after.
their right.
Oh
And
wow,
then like
interesting.
I kind of wish I had their level of delusion and
Yeah,
like self-confidence, you
yeah.
know?
It's almost like,
Because
what did I eat?
like I would never post something as boring as that. You know
Right.
what I
To
mean?
them, it's cool.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
like they almost have that like I don't give a fuck what anybody else
Right.
thinks
Right.
attitude, and
Yeah.
I wish I did have more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still like to give an F, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously for your clients, you do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure, for
I mean,
sure.
obviously. Yet, yeah. I also think that's what like separates like true artists, where I sometimes feel like there's like really good artists that are not even on social media, and
Mhm.
you can maybe find them in like a gallery somewhere.
Mhm.
Like, I've never seen you anywhere before. It's like, I've been doing this for the past 25 years. It's like, oh my
I
God.
mean, I'd love to actually meet one of those like gallery painters and
Yeah.
see if they're actually doing okay, because like, not to throw shade at like other artist professions, but I think the
Yeah.
starving artist like
Mhm.
trope is
Mhm.
from painters.
Maybe, yeah, could be. But I mean, there's also that story, you don't get famous until you're dead,
Yeah, like
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
You have to die to actually.
I mean, I hope that's not our problem,
I
but
hope
yeah,
that's not our problem either,
yeah.
but I mean, yeah, I feel like those artists that don't seek that validation, I feel like they're on a different level where I don't know, they just have a different mindset of like, no, I want to
Mhm.
create the art that I want to create, or they want to, maybe they also want to remain off the grid. It's kind of like part of their psyche,
Mhm.
where they feel that people that can't discover them, it kind of makes them feel more
Yeah,
important
that makes
because
them cool.
it's kind of like a secret society, if you
Yeah.
will. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you don't know Jim? Oh, okay, well, never mind that. It's like, wait, who's Jim?
Well, so, like, see, that's interesting. My
Yeah,
personal take on, like, what the definition of art has always been
yeah,
is that it's supposed to be consumed,
right.
right?
But
So
is it
if you're,
though?
like, this hidden secret artist that's only producing stuff for yourself, like, is that actually
I
art or
don't,
is that just,
I,
like, self-indulgence?
I
And
don't know. Is it?
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
It's very selfish of them, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It is selfish. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Who was that photographer that? Oh, I forget her name in New York. That people discovered these street photos after she died.
Vivian Meyer.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, right?
Well, okay, so I actually read a little bit of her biography, and
Okay.
I don't think she was a full-time photographer. Like, I think she was something else. A nurse, if I'm not
I'm gonna look her
mistaken.
up. I'm gonna look her up.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't think she really knew how good she was.
Excellent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, there's been documentaries made of her, and I really should finish it. But yeah, I only know a little bit about her work,
She worked at a
and
sweatshop.
there you go. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah. Apparently somebody from Toronto, like a Toronto businessman,
mhm.
bought her rights, like, to the entire archive.
Oh wow.
Something like that.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Interesting. I wonder what that person's gonna do with it.
Yeah.
Gallery show?
I mean, make prints, put the photos on a
Yeah,
t-shirt.
such a weird.
Like,
I guess the family sold it. It
something
feels
like
kind
that.
of that feels kind of weird. It feels kind of like like almost invading her space. Like
Mhm.
you're, it's not. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I guess people do that all the time. Music, art, they just sell their rights or whatever. So here you go. Just pay me the whatever the
Well,
cost
I
is. But
guess it's in her case, it's interesting because, like, if she were alive and she had the option of making money off her photos, would
yeah,
she have taken that opportunity, you know? That's the question that I'd have.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel yeah. I don't think she was in it for the money. I
Mhm.
feel
No, definitely not. I mean, she did
that.
it for her whole life, and no
hmm
one knew who she was. Yeah.
Right. So is she an
Yeah.
artist or is she just being self-indulgent? Who knows, right?
Yeah.
You
That's
know.
a good point. I mean, there's no way anybody could say she's not an artist, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
She didn't live in 2026.
Mhm.
Where everything's out there all the time, you know. It's like, oh my God, look at me. You know, like you said earlier, it's hard to get noticed these days. It's hard to be seen. It's hard to
It's so hard.
get
Yeah.
people to pay attention, right? So I
Yeah.
think that's the power of this podcast is you sit people down for an hour. It's like, I had no idea about that. I had no idea about that with Ed. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
no,
yeah,
I mean, that's one of the reasons why, like, when you reached out to me, I was like, "Yeah,
yeah,
I'd love to do the podcast because it's just another outlet to meet new people." So, yeah, for sure.
yeah. Like people just, they see the account, whatever the profile, but they don't really know who the person is behind the account,
Mhm.
right? Like it's just one of those things where you think you're connecting with people, but you don't really know the person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so one of those, gurus that I see their videos on Instagram all the time, yeah,
yeah,
they actually really advocate, that people buy from people now, and then they're not buying
right.
from brands anymore,
Okay.
and I do think they have a point.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean people? Like small
Like
business?
for example, apparently he showed a figure, right? That in every industry,
Yeah.
social media influencers have disrupted their normal, like,
Mhm.
sales advertising, right?
Mhm.
So people aren't, like, watching those ads that we grew up watching on TV, like the car commercial, blah, 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 blah. They're
Yeah.
now trusting influencers like a Doug DeMuro,
Yeah.
like if Doug likes your car, that
Yeah.
car is gonna sell.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
people trust Doug. They don't they
Yeah.
don't they don't wanna see an advertisement made by Volkswagen selling Volkswagen,
Yeah, yeah.
because there's
I
an
get it.
inherent conflict of interest there.
I get it.
So I think that's what he meant, and so, like, building trust and reputation is more important than
Yeah.
ever, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also very worried about some of these influencers, they get paid to do
For
the
sure.
ad.
For
Like,
sure.
I'm always like, "Does this
Everybody's
person
got a
actually
conflict
like
of interest. Yeah, yeah,
does this
yeah.
person actually like this thing, or he's just getting paid?" You know?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, um, you have to be careful about what that you need
Yeah.
to.
No, there's, like, yeah, too much conflicting information. It's hard to suss out what works, what doesn't,
Well, I mean, that's what a content creator is. That's what an influencer is that
Mhm.
they are working on behalf of someone else.
Mhm.
They're trying to push something that's really not their own. It could be another product or something, but like a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, that's what a lot of content has become kind of that where people
Mhm.
get. I also don't like the term influencer, but that's just me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really
No,
like
for
it.
sure. It's got a stigma around it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It seems kind of like salesy, like kind of
Mhm.
like like they use car salesman. Um, but
But
yeah,
yeah, like, Paul, I guess
yeah,
one thing we could talk about is, like,
yeah,
how we individually, like Ed
mhm,
and Paul, how
yeah,
we buy things, like how we decide to buy things. So, like,
right,
I think I mentioned before, like, I'm very much a self, like, I'll research the thing I wanna buy like crazy. Like, I'll read
yeah,
reviews on it, get all the
yeah,
tech specs and all that stuff.
yeah.
You?
Um, I usually only buy if I need it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like if I actually need it, like I don't buy a lot of gear to be honest with you. Like I don't like I'm not like first of all, I'm not really like gear's cool and
Yeah.
it definitely helps out with whatever it is that you're trying to do, but I'm not seeking out to buy gear. I'm more about um trying to get better at like my craft, be it like
No, no,
video
no, for sure.
editing or like doing these interviews. I'm just trying to get better at like that. So I'm more about like learning from other people, like either people doing podcasts or people like editing videos or people trying to tell a better story.
Right.
You know, how to, pacing, music, sound design, all these things that go into making something.
But
That's what
sorry,
I'm
like
more about.
what I meant was like when you do
Yeah,
need something and you're
yeah,
buying that one thing that you do need,
yeah.
how do you decide on buying that particular model?
YouTube.
Right, right. See, but you're being influenced by somebody as well, right?
To an extent, yeah.
To an
I mean,
extent, yeah.
sometimes I ask friends if they kind of use what I
Exactly.
kind of want. Like, I'll try to get like a firsthand knowledge. I'll try to like maybe test it for like a day or something. But yeah,
But
you
see,
do.
I
Yeah,
think that's what I'm trying to get at
right.
is like there are people that we trust individually,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'd like to be that person that somebody else trusts and seeks for advice.
right. In terms of
That's
what
what I'm
though?
trying to get at.
What are they seeking advice for you from though?
Like I always get asked the question like, "Hey Ed, like I'm going on vacation. What camera should I buy?" So
Okay.
I might actually make a reel about that very
You
soon.
should.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should. Why not?
But
Yeah,
no, I mean, like, okay, for weddings too, right? Like,
yeah.
one thing I'd love to be seen as is, like, this authority on wedding photography.
Okay.
So that's what I kinda meant by
Yeah.
people buy from people. People
Right.
don't buy from brands, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to make myself the brand.
Okay. Yeah, which is
Yeah.
cool. I get it. I was at the start of the year, I had someone on from Austin, Texas, and he's like a brand marketer, and
Mm.
he goes, "Your brand just has to be one word. That's it.
Mm.
And from that one word, you branch out into all these different avenues." Right? He had a whole program dedicated to it, but
Mhm.
um, yeah, you want to be an authority on wedding photography, cool. But so does everyone else. So how do you
Right.
make yourself the authority? Like what's gonna make someone click your thing versus like my thing,
Mhm.
for example? Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like I think honestly it's just you, man.
Mhm.
I think what makes you the authority is you, right? Like
Yep, and
people
that goes
are
back
pe-
to what we were first talking about, how photographers, we don't like to necessarily be that seen.
but you
So
have
it
to
was
though. You have
very
but you
yeah.
have to. If you really want to become an authority, people have to see you, they have to hear you, they have
Yeah.
to trust you, they have to relate to you. And it's really not just about posting like the highlights or like the wins. I think sometimes when you post the challenges or things that you're trying to get better at or things that didn't work out, I think people really relate to like that.
The struggles. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
to me it's like it's so easy to follow people that are winning,
Yeah.
but if you
Yeah.
follow people that are struggling with what you're struggling with, I think there's a lot more value to that because they can relate to you. It's like I
Yeah.
know what I feel. You know what I went through the exact same thing that Ed went through. So I think like I'm just spitballing. This is not like the way, but for me it's like yeah, you can post your wins, cool, but man, like last month I had this wedding thing and you know my ISO was like a million.
Mhm.
And everyone's gone and everyone's messed up their ISO. Everybody.
Sure. Yeah.
But if you do that, man, I think people can relate because then they can trust you.
Yeah. Well, I
You
mean,
know,
like, you're hitting the nail on the head, right? Like,
right,
I think more people like, lose than they win. Like, that's just part
buddy,
of life, right?
buddy.
Yeah.
There's so many
Yeah.
podcasts and like reels about like Roger Federer last year, or the year before, he had this like speech about how he's only won 40% of his points. Like,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like, things like that. Like, but but he's he has a natural talent, but he also just like kept going and kept going and got better. So like it goes back to like being like dedicated to like once again the craft, right? So um yeah, man, I think people just want real people these days.
If there's ever like a theme for this talk, it should be like make losing sexy again.
Yeah, I think honestly that may be the title, man.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause
I'm
no,
maybe
I
the
think
title of
you're
the
right,
pod.
like, you wanna be able to relate with somebody, right? And somebody who's winning all the time, yeah, it's hard to relate to that because
Yeah,
there's
and you just
so
lose
that's
interest.
a
It's like I can't.
1% of 1%, yeah.
Yeah, you just lose interest. Like
Mhm.
going back to like the Toronto scene, like I think a lot of reason why people like Peter McKinnon is because he's real. Like he will talk
Yeah.
about his losses. Like he will talk about stuff he's struggling with. And I think that goes a long way. Because like I'm not perfect. This is what I'm going through. So, I mean, it's just a matter of
I
doing it.
actually bought Peter McKinnon's backpack, and if
No,
Peter's
nice.
ever watching this, like I'd love for you to sign it, Peter. So
Okay, I will tag him on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll tag him on the reel that I'm gonna make out of this. But
Yeah, no, it'd be sick to get like a signed bag from him. Yeah.
okay, all right, well, Peter, we'll get that going for you.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, just a matter of just kind of like having the mindset of like being like the wedding authority and just kind of like being consistent. I think being consistent is also big. Like,
Mhm.
don't do one and then vanish for like 4 months. Like, have a schedule where you can constantly kind of upload because
So the other clip that I did watch of your podcast, I think
yeah,
was on the subject of burnout.
yeah,
And like it's interesting to me because like the photography side, I've never felt burnt out about it. And maybe it's because, like you
yeah.
said, I genuinely like the process of it, like the journey of it. But
Okay.
I think, yeah, if you're getting into it for the wrong reasons and you're burning out, like it's almost like a natural filter. Like it weeds out all the people that maybe should not have been photographers.
Yeah, yeah,
And the ones have been sticking it out, for 10 years plus, like they're, survivorship bias. Like they're going to survive just because they never quit.
yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
also a matter of knowing like your limits and knowing how you work
Mhm.
to like don't take on 12 weddings a month because you're not going to be able to do that.
Oh, that's
People
crazy.
take on too much because they want to make the money, right? They want to make the
No,
money.
for
They
sure.
want to
But
make
that's
the
gonna
money. They
like
want to make the money.
physically like burn you
Yeah,
out.
it's impossible, right? But I think also people burn out because they just want to make the money and they take on as much work. And,
Mhm.
you know,
True.
it's burnout is, yeah, I think if you don't, just talking about this yesterday about like setting boundaries, like people will set boundaries. Like, I'm not going to work. I'm going to take one day off a week, or you're going to take off whatever. You're going to take off 5 days a month, whatever the boundary is. People set the boundary because they know in their mind that if I don't do this, I'm going to not like what I'm doing. Right.
Mhm.
So, especially when you're your own boss and there's no one telling you to do things, you really need to put that in check,
Yeah.
right? Because you always want to work, you always want to hustle, you always want to get on to the next thing, but it never ends, right? So
Yeah.
it's a constant,
Um,
it's a
do you ever
constant
talk to other
grind.
photographers about like how they balance like their work life stuff? Because yeah, like that's something like weekends. Like I've had to sacrifice so many weekends
Yeah, you're working every
because
weekend, no? In the
that's when
summertime,
we make our money. Yeah.
you're working every weekend in the summertime, plus editing,
Yeah.
and plus. So
Mhm.
you really don't have a summer, really.
True. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So
like Monday and Tuesday for me are like my favorite days because like for
yeah,
me that's kind of my weekend. Like that's when
yeah.
nothing happens.
But are you working though? Monday, Tuesday? You're
So
editing or
Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm basically, I'm just editing photos, working on
yeah,
like
you're still
social media
working
posts.
though.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
still
yeah.
working.
But I mean, it's much less pressure,
Yeah.
basically.
You just got the music on and you're doing your thing.
Yeah,
Boom, boom, boom,
exactly.
boom.
Watching podcasts. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, no, exactly.
yeah.
um, yeah, I get it. Like there's always this constant drive to just constantly work, right? So I mean,
Mhm.
do you like the editing side to it? Like, do you enjoy that? Like
I
the
think
retouching and the
I think the fun about editing is working on photos that you like, right? But
okay,
unfortunately, for every 100 photos that I shoot, I'll probably only like 5 of them,
that's
you know?
fair. That's fair. Yeah.
But then you have to still you still have to give the clients the photos that you might not personally love. And
Yeah.
those photos are hard to edit actually.
They're picking the ones that you don't want to edit.
Exactly. And
Mm,
those ones give me the most grief because I
mm.
have to kind of make it look the way I want it to look, but it wasn't that good of a photo to begin with, in my opinion. And so
Do you like tell them actually this photo is
no, no,
better?
of course not.
It's
Of
like
course.
actually choose that one. It's better. No.
Yeah.
There's not like a pole sticking out of grandma's head.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I
I'm
mean?
I'm happy too, because like most of the time the clients do end up picking the photos that I do like. There's about an 80%
Right.
crossover there. But it's that 20% of photos with like, hey, like I really love that photo that I took with my grandma. Can you send
Yeah.
that one over too? And then I'm like,
Interesting.
okay, and then I
Mm.
gotta fix every little
Yeah.
imperfection in that photo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You use Photoshop, I assume?
Lightroom 90% of the time, and
Yeah.
if I really need to make like a heavy edit, then I'll put it in
Okay.
Photoshop. Yeah.
I mean, Lightroom has really improved, eh?
Oh, Lightroom's
It's
yeah.
really got quite a bit. Like sometimes you
Amazing.
may not even need Photoshop in
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah, no, I really don't use Photoshop often. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really quite improved quite a bit. I mean, good because Adobe ain't cheap.
Adobe ain't cheap. No,
Adobe
their
ain't
their
cheap.
stock went down a lot
Yeah.
last week.
Oh, you know
If you're paying
why?
attention.
Because they had to settle a lawsuit
Oh,
because canceling their plans were too hard in the
you're
States.
right.
In
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. That makes
States,
sense.
there was a big strike. They had to pay $75 million.
I think their CEO resigned too.
Yeah, well, I
Stepped
mean,
down.
you
Yeah.
can't make your I mean, yeah, because their plans were too hard to cancel. Because I remember during the pandemic, there was this big thing online saying, "Hey, if you want to cancel your Adobe plan, do it because they're going to give you 3 months free."
hmm
I think that's what everyone did during the pandemic. But
Oh, okay. That's cool.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so many tools out there now, right? Like
Mhm.
it's really a matter about. I mean, there's no right way to edit. It's how you edit. You know, it doesn't matter if it's photo,
Yeah.
video, especially in video editing. Like, Premiere or DaVinci or like Final Cut. Like, however you work, man. However it's gonna get the job done, just
Mhm.
done. No one's gonna ask you, "Did you edit that on?" Like,
Yeah.
no, like, no one asks that.
Yeah.
Like, nobody asks that. So, but people get this like syndrome of like, gear and platform and software. It's it's got to be this or it's got to be that. It's like, whatever, man.
What do you think about AI in photography space, like in general?
It's a tool. I think it's a tool,
Yeah.
man. I mean, AI has been around for a bit because of like the noise r- reduction in Lightroom. It's been around for quite a bit. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to really separate the people that have skill and B that
Mm.
have the drive.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's
Because
a
if
good
you're
point.
lazy,
I'm sorry?
because if someone's lazy
Yeah, oh,
and
lazy, yeah.
they're not trying to build their business or what have you, it's gonna be game over because AI is just gonna take over. But if you like your business, you have a steady roster of clients and you have a portfolio and you've done all these things, people know who Ed is,
Mhm.
right? So AI can't be Ed.
Well, I think I'm lucky too, because like a wedding, the value of the wedding is the memories of that day.
Right.
So like using AI inherently like makes it fake. So,
Yeah, you
I
can't
think the
AI
wedding
can't
space is a little bit protected in that regard.
yeah, well you can't AI can't yeah, there's no robot at the
Yeah.
wedding. Like it's impossible.
Mhm.
You can I mean, you can not go to the wedding and prompt chat GPT to make a wedding based on these prompts, but it's not gonna be like it was at the ceremony. Like
Yeah,
it's not
exactly, because it never happened that way.
it
Yeah,
never happened. That's why
exactly.
like it's not I have a friend that does event stuff. He goes, AI can't do events because they're not here.
Mhm.
It's impossible, right? So AI is gonna probably, if not already, destroy the stock photo and stock video market. Like it's probably
Oh,
gone.
true.
Like if people have made money off stock, I mean, that's probably gone because
That's
that's,
true. Yeah, no, I never even thought about that market. Yeah.
so so you need to think about different ways to make money and start a business. But people that are in event spaces, it's just a tool for you, man. AI is just
Yeah.
a tool that you use in your toolbox, no different than having a different can of paint when you're a painter, right? So it's okay. I'm gonna use this bucket today.
I actually like that way of thinking a lot, because
Yeah.
yeah, like, I think with new tech, like, we're always gonna have that fear that, "Oh my god, this new innovation is
Yeah.
gonna replace us all," but
No, no.
yeah.
No, because I was listening to a podcast the other day. He was a documentary filmmaker. He's on this podcast. He was saying, yes, AI is here and it does great things, but also AI only makes dinner that can be made in the microwave. Right? I
Mm.
make gourmet dinner. So do you want a microwave dinner or do you want a gourmet dinner? You pick. So that was kind of his analogy
Oh, I love that
of
analogy.
AI. Like, yeah, you can have this $10 meal from
Right.
McDonald's, but if you want to eat at freaking Four Seasons, come over here,
I
right?
love that analogy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So people will decide how they want to eat,
Mhm.
if you will. And the people that want to, especially for clients that are they want to be seen in a certain way, they're probably going to want to pick the gourmet because they want to be seen in a good light, right? They want to have
Mhm.
good work. So I kind of like that analogy too, right? Because people are asking, oh, like AI, like isn't that going to destroy like filmmaking? He goes, actually not. It's actually going to make people in film more important because AI can't really make art, if you will. It can't
Mm.
really express human emotion, right?
Mhm.
And what he does is he makes films like all around the world, telling people stories. Like AI can't tell people stories in a film kind of sense that makes
Mhm.
people want to, you know, it kind of invokes an emotion in people, right? AI can't do that.
Mhm.
Right? So,
Mhm.
you know,
It reminds me of a joke. So, like 10
yeah,
years ago, there was that thing that went super viral where like photographers would get offended if people told them like, "Wow, like your photos look great. You must
yeah,
have an amazing camera, right?" And then the
yeah,
retort was,
yeah,
"Oh wow, like your food tastes so good. You must have an amazing oven."
right.
Right? And like we're kind of there again, but now with like AI tools and yeah. Mm,
Yeah, no, man.
yeah.
It's just how you, I don't know, just it's how you're going to show up. It's how you're going to like think about it. Like it's, and also we've only been shown what people want to show us. We don't know what's behind the curtain yet.
Exactly.
Like I'm sure there's some crazy stuff going on right now. So even like I was listening to the podcast the other day or on the news, and Sam Altman from ChatGPT said that
Mm.
people are going to buy data from us like they buy water on like a meter.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he was saying
Mhm.
that so like that like data, like info is gonna be stuff that you buy off a meter and you pay however much you consume. He was
Whoa.
actually being roasted for that comment, so
See, that sounds hella dystopian to me.
isn't it? Isn't
Yeah,
that crazy?
that's scary, that's scary,
Is
yeah.
that insane? But mind you, like he's like, you know, ChatGPT has like OpenAI has scraped the entire internet. Use
Yeah.
my stuff, use your stuff, use everybody's stuff to create the thing, right? So
Yeah, no, if you're a stock photographer and, like, you know that AI was trained off of your photos that are now making it
everybody,
obsolete, that would piss me off,
every
yeah, yeah,
single thing on the internet, man.
for
Doesn't
sure.
matter if your thing's on the internet, it's been
Yeah,
scraped.
that's true.
So, you know, I mean, how do I feel about that? I have no idea. I think it's just part of the future, man. Like I don't know. Like you can't
Mhm.
really. I mean, you can run away from the future, but you also want to be like prepared for it and be able to use it to your own advantage, right? You know what? You don't want to be ignorant to what's going on.
Yeah.
Like,
You
don't
you you can't just put your head in the sand and
no,
hope for the
because
worst, yeah.
like you know, if I'm gonna even, you know, I was like looking at like some different jobs the other day, and every like job questionnaire asks like which AI platform do you use?
Mhm.
So you can't say I don't, because either you're lying or you haven't been aware of what's going on for the
Yes.
past 3 years.
Yes. You're
So
yeah.
you have to
Like
say
a
you've been
grandpa
using
avoiding
AI,
the times, yeah. Yeah.
you know. But again, I use AI to. I'll give an example. I use AI to clean up this audio, right? So I'll run
Mhm.
this pod through Premiere. It has an AI audio feature. It cleans it up, makes it sound like we're in a pro studio.
Mhm.
So that's what I use it for. I just use it to make things better.
Yeah,
But
no,
like the
that's
crux,
amazing.
but like the foundation of like what's been made is still there, you know.
Mhm.
So it is what it is. It's 2026, man. It's crazy times.
It is, it is. Yeah, I mean, 4 years ago, like, if you told me that we'd all be using ChatGPT for
Yeah,
every, like, search aspect of our life, yeah, it's
people
crazy.
use it more than Google now.
Yeah, it's crazy, it's crazy. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's hard to see the future, man. It's hard to predict the future.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
I
It's
I I have no idea what things are gonna be like even 10 years from now, you know?
10
So,
years,
yeah.
5 years, 2 years, who knows, right? But
Mhm.
I think like art, you know, be it like film or video or especially like seeing photos in like a physical space, I think it's going to be a lot more demand because people are gonna want to be able to like connect on like a human
Yeah, I
level,
think
right?
photo albums and printing is making a comeback, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you make like photo albums, like little
So
like
I'm offering that this year. Yeah.
nice?
On my highest package. Yeah, man. I think there's a lot of value in being able to hold and touch an actual photograph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes it feel
Yeah,
more
yeah.
personal.
Totally, totally.
Like
Yeah.
if it becomes like a little, just a little keepsake. It was, oh, I actually made this. It's super cool. Like, yeah. Even like those like funny like Insta stacks photos that people do. I had someone on the pod the other day say he makes lots of like Insta stack photos and gives them to his clients, and clients love
Mhm.
these little photos, and it's got
Yeah,
that retro feel, you
the
know.
fact that you can get it immediately too.
Yeah,
There
it's
Yeah,
in the
that's fun.
it happened literally 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's really fun,
It
yeah.
literally happened 10 seconds ago.
Hey,
So
what part of the city do you live in, Paul? Like, what area?
Etobicoke.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Cool, cool,
yeah,
cool. Oh,
yeah,
okay, wow, so you were really close to, the Content Day studio.
yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
close.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm
So
I'm like the opposite side. I'm up
you
in,
said
401, 404, that
okay.
area.
So you're closer to Peter McKinnon then.
Oh, really?
And
Oh,
well,
I didn't know where he lived,
he
actually.
lives in Newmarket.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. Okay.
I went by his again, I went by his studio a few years ago. Him and Maddie, a few years ago, 2023 maybe, and I saw Maddie on the street one day, and I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't gonna be like, hey Maddie, I wasn't gonna be that person, but yeah, they live in Newmarket, so
Oh, that's cool, that's cool. Okay.
yeah, that's
More reason to have him sign my bag.
well, yeah, of course, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like he would if you saw him, I feel like he would do it. I feel like he's a nice guy. I
Mhm.
feel like he would actually do it. So you know, they always say like never meet your heroes, but I feel like he'd be a person you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
meet. You know?
Well, I mean, like, he's not like a A-list celebrity or anything, so
No, no, but you know, again, it's just just like an everyday person, just me and you, just an everyday person, just
Mhm.
trying to make stuff that we like, people like, and just part of the game.
Yeah, we're just trying to make a living, man.
Just try to make a living. It's hard
Yeah.
out there, man.
Yeah,
Always
it's part of
hustling,
it,
like
yeah.
that song, always hustling.
Mhm, mhm.
Cool, man. Well, we're up against the hour, so I just want to say thanks again for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was
Yeah,
a pleasure to meet and talk with you today, and yeah,
yeah.
let me know about the
I will
next
send you
meetup.
the link to the group. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, I would love that.
Anything else you want to leave the people with?
I mean, yeah, you can check out my IG at Ed Yao Photo and my website edyaophoto.com.
Yeah,
If you know anybody getting married, reach out to me, and yeah,
Ed's your guy. Ed's your guy.
Ed's the guy.
Put that on a t-shirt. Ed's your guy.
Hey, thank you
Perfect.
so much, Paul.
My pleasure, man.
Yeah,
Everyone watching, listening, wherever this thing is, go check out Ed, especially if you're in the Toronto area. Go check him out, and we shall see you next time. Peace.
pleasure. See ya.